What's up, everybody? This is the God King Lord coming at you with another video. And Shalom Yashar Allah. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a major issue that I am hearing from Hebrew Israelites when it comes to the black man. Now, what folks don't understand and don't know, I also go by the raw truth. And I had a 6-part series on the myth of the missing black father. And the reason why I did that on that channel, and I'm going to be doing videos on doing that same topic video and reading articles, is because I've noticed that we people who claim to be in the truth or call ourselves to be in the truth love quoting Deuteronomy 28:54. But the sad part about it is Deuteronomy 28:54, some of it is going on, but there's one thing in there, in that scriptures, that is not going on, but is perpetrated, that it is going on, but it's not. And I'm only going to go through a couple of scriptures, and I'm going to expound on them. This is just a couple scripture. The first scripture is Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, verse 54. It says, so that the man, but before I go there, we start off with Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, verses 15. And it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken. Hearken means to listen unto the voice of the Lord, or Yahweh thy power, the Lord thy God, to absorb to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses or punishments, shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And overtake thee means that it's just going to overwhelm us. It's going to overwhelm us. And when folks read these scriptures, verse 54, what's one of the curses that came up upon us? It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, being tender among you, delicate, it's not talking about no faggot homosexual spirit. You know what I'm saying? A man that's nice, cool, calm, collected and stuff, and very delicate, be cold or shivery with you, hey, what's up, man? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yo, is everything all right? Yo, peace, brother, peace. That's being calm, cool, collected, That's what that means by being delicate and tender. Bible says his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and we see that in the street. Look at the Crips, look at the Bloods. They have the same skin color. They came from the same transatlantic slave trade, but they're fighting over a fucking color, because when they look at each other, they see, okay, blue, they see red, and they see enemy. And let you look at one of them in their eye, they ready to do something to you. Why? Because looking at the eye of somebody, you're looking really into their soul. You're looking into their soul. People will see if you're hard or if you're not. You look at boxers, when they get in the ring, they stare at each other, not up and down, but they look in the eye. They want to see who's intimidating and who's not. And if you show any signs of weakness, then that's when they're going to come at you. If you show any signs that you're hard, then they're going to try to prove that they're hard. So their eye will be evil amongst each other. And it happens every single day. And here it is right here, and this is, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Now this is when we're going to have a problem, because it said the wife of his bosom, and the children he shall leave. The wife of his bosom, and of the children, his remnant of those children, he shall leave. When folks quote that scripture, the Hebrew Israelite leaders, I'm going to tell you something where you've gone wrong at. You've gone wrong because, see, it's not the man who is a husband leaving his wife. You're using this scripture in error because Pookie and Ray Ray are not husbands. Let me ask you that question. Is Pookie and Ray Ray, are they husbands? Come on. Come on, leaders. Are they husbands? Is Pookie a husband to Shaquisha? Is Ray Ray a husband to Sanika or Tamika or Taisha? Are they husbands? Let's read that again. And toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. The vast majority of children, whether we want to accept it or not, and it seems like to me that just because we call ourselves in the truth, that we are promoting a false propaganda because we've been fed lies about the black man. We have been fed lies about the black man because everybody is saying that, look, we have all these homes that are fatherless, but it only took a small minority of black men who are, and I have to say it blunt, fucking the vast majority of black women. And these black men represents the Pookie and Ray Ray. These black men represents the ballers, the thugs. Those are the ones that are getting themselves in between the legs of black women and fucking them. Let's get real. Let's shut the fuck up and stop playing games. It's saying wife of his bosom, but that's funny because black men are not even leaving black women when married. Black women are the one that is divorcing black men. Black women are the one that are leaving the family. Black women are the one that's doing that. Like Reluctant Nobby said, when you look at his channel, Reluctant Nobby, and I'm going to try to put his link in my description box, he has proven it time after time that black women are using marriages as a scam, being with the brother 5 or 10 years and then divorce him so she can get child support and alimony, and she try it with the next nigga, and next thing you know it, she's living good, while a lot of brothers who have married black women, lives are fucked up. But y'all always talk about the white woman. Y'all have to go back to Emmett Till. All I have to do is go back to last week, or go back a month ago, or go back a week ago, go back a year ago. And there's cases after cases of this happening where black women are leaving the black family. They're leaving the wife is the black woman wife is divorcing the black man. But whenever y'all read this, y'all talking about, hey, it's the black man leaving. Look at all these home fatherless. Well, and it's saying wife. It is saying wife, that he's going to leave his wife, that he's going to be evil to his wife and leave his children. Pookie and Ray Ray are not wives. And I don't know why y'all keep trying to equate that with them. For an example, 3 guys in Tennessee who were no good at all. They were terrible men. They were thugs. They were bums and shit. And what happened? They wound up sleeping with 46 women and producing 78 children. A guy from that same, he was advertised on the news, put on the news and put on blast for being one who had the most kids and stuff. And all these black women were struggling because they can't take care of their kids. After this no good nigga wound up fucking all these women and having all these kids, he was shown on television to being a deadbeat. He was shown on television to being irresponsible. Managed to get into in between the legs of all these women. And at that time, he was 30 years old and fathered 30 children. That's one guy, 30 years old, have 30 children. And he did that by doing that, managed to sleep with 10 more women after he was shown as being a deadbeat. So out of that, 3 guys, 46 women, 78 children, 10 more, you add, that's 56. So between 3 guys are responsible for 56 homes that are fatherless. Another guy in Florida, he had a felony. I want you to listen. He had a felony. He lived in his mama's basement. He had no job whatsoever. In Florida, he managed to fuck 17 black women and produce 18 children. So that's 17 black women, right? So what do we have so far? We have 3 with 46, add another 10 because that guy had another 10 baby. That's 56. And what's 17? That's 75. 75 homes that are fatherless. There was a guy when I was watching Tommy Sotomayor a couple years ago, where he was gay. He was a faggot, and he managed to sleep with 10 black women and had 10 children. Fathered 10 children. And when you look at it, 75 and 10 is what? 85. So that's 3, 4, 5 guys who are responsible for 85 homes being fatherless. Folks, let me tell you something. These guys are not husbands. I'm sick and tired of Hebrew Israelites and you damn leaders sitting up there and using this as to justify why we have so many homes fatherless when the black man is the least man to be divorced. Uh-oh. Dear God, did I just say that? Y'all better hit Reluctant Nobby's channel. I'm going to leave links to him because he did a far thorough job than I did. The black man, he also comes in number 1 in taking care of his children. I did a series called The Myth of the Missing Black Fathers. Type in The Raw Truth. I did a series on that. So if he's coming in first and taking care of his children, then how is he leaving his children? Because when a black woman leaves and divorces him, when she divorces him, the house and everything goes to her. Esau's wicked system takes care of the black woman. And you got to understand, they uphold the black woman. And my question to you, black woman, is this. Since we all know that Esau's kingdom is wicked, why is wicked upholding you? And why is wicked taking care of you, making sure you ruin the black man's life and taking his children? So the black man is not leaving his children. No. He's not. He's the black man who was a husband isn't leaving his wife. It's the other way around. But we were sold a bill of lies when we read this. What sticks out is Pookie and Ray Ray, the thugs, the ballers, all these bad boys. You know why? I'm going to tell you why, Hebrew Israelites. Is because a black woman, even in the truth, even the black women who call themselves in the truth, still have a deep love for Esau. And if they can't have Esau, no, the so-called white man, they have the next best thing, the thug, the drug dealer, and all of them. And I will go into videos later about that, why black women love destructive men. That's why black women, you can't be picking your own man. Every man that you pick is destructive. Every man that you pick is no good. But then everybody want to judge the man and talk about the man ain't doing this and the man ain't doing that. Well, I always say this. The person who makes the choices is the person responsible. Black man cannot pick and choose. The black man cannot pick and choose who he can be with. He can't pick and choose. And in the communities all over United States of America, nice guys are coming in last. So the black man cannot pick and choose who the hell he wants to be with. So if he can't pick and choose, I fault black women for that. So it said again, and towards the wife of his bosom. In order for this to happen, you have to be married, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. And majority of times when men cannot be involved in the children's life, it's because the black woman is keeping him away from his children. So I believe Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, verse 54, I think the black man came out of that. I don't think that's a curse on the black man anymore, because it's not the black man's fault he can't be in his children's life. It's not his fault because we have a whole lot of dumbass black women that's working with Esau. And I'm coming back with part 2.